Hey everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So for today's video, I thought I would create a super glam makeup look that you could wear to your high school graduation, college graduation, for your prom, whatever you're doing. So yeah, this is actually the grad makeup that I wore to my graduation when I graduated high school. Made it a little bit difficult on myself on the day of grad, but I simplified it for you guys so you guys don't struggle with what I struggled with. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this little video. If you want to see how I get this look, keep on watching. And before we get started, I just want to say a huge thank you for the 100 subscribers that I got. Woke up this morning and I actually noticed that I had 100. So thank you guys so much for showing your support. If there's anything that you guys want to see me film makeup wise or clothing or anything really, just leave it in the comments below. I'll make sure I see it and I'll put it in my notes, make sure that I get around to filming that for you guys. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this little video and I will see you in the next clip, I guess. All right. So, first things first, I'm just gonna put my hair up, out of the way. Cute. Alright, so, now, I'm actually gonna start with my eyes. So, I'm gonna take my E.L.F. Primer. Prime my eyelids because we want to make sure that our eye makeup is going to stay all night and all day. Alright, now for like the colors, I'm just going to take my Fenty Beauty bronzer in the sun, and just looks like this, pretty color. I'm just going to place that with just a random fluffy brush. I'm just going to place that all over my like crease. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is take the concealer and I'm going to draw a wing liner, kind of thicker than what I would normally do. And then I'm going to take the Morphe X Jaclyn Hill palette in Armed and Gorgeous. And I'm going to take this white shade here and I'm going to place that right on top of where my concealer was, just to make sure it stays in place and everything, and to make sure that it pops really well. So yeah, I'll probably just fast forward through this because it's probably going to take me a little bit to like get it nice and everything. I have two different brushes that I'll be going back and forth in. So these two are the brushes that I'll be using. And yeah, I'll kind of zoom you guys in a little bit because I'll probably look like this and everything. So yeah, okay. So taking the concealer. Oh, I love it. I'm just going to place it on the back of my hand. That was a little much, but that's okay. And then now I'm just going to get started with the wing. Alright, so now that we have that placed, what I'm going to do is take my Kat Von D liquid liner, and this is just the black one, and what I'm going to do is follow the exact same shape but with this, and a little, like I won't follow it and fill it in completely. Like I'll make this one a little bit smaller just so then there's a nice line of this like whitey iridescent color. Alright, so that's pretty much what I wanted to do with the eyes, just to give it a little bit of a pop and everything. And yeah, if you have any falsies or anything, you can definitely throw falsies on this look. I 100% agree with that. However, I actually don't ever wear falsies, and I didn't end up wearing falsies to my grad, and this is the look that I wore, and it turned out perfectly fine. So I'm actually gonna go off camera, finish off this eye, and then I'll come back and then we can do the face together. So BRB. Alright, so both eyes are done. So now what I'm gonna do is take my my Tatcha the Silk Canvas Primer. Looks like this. And I'm just gonna place that on like my cheek area, like right here. Kind of bring it up to like my eyes as well, and kind of just mirror that out as well. Kind of get all in that area. And you really don't need a lot of this product. Just gonna place it on my nose as well. Little bit on my chin. Alright, so just so you guys do know, you don't have to use these exact products that I'm using right now. What I would recommend is use your like holy grail, because this is your big day. You want to make sure you look good throughout the whole night, not like testing out new products and seeing like that it's not working out very well. This is your day, so make sure you look good and feel good in your skin. If I put too much foundation on for your liking, modify it. You don't need to put as much. If you don't want to wear the color lipstick I'm wearing, don't. Wear whatever you feel comfortable in. This is just an idea to give you inspiration, or you can just do what I do. But I just wanted to make that clear that you did not need to go out and buy all of these products, because the products I'm using for my skin may not work for your skin, and I want to make sure you look bomb on your graduation day. Like, come on. So now I'm just going to take my Jouer concealer again, and I'm going to conceal underneath my eyes. And by the way, this is the shade Snow. This is the lightest shade that they have. And you don't need very much of this at all. So that's all I'm gonna take. And I'm gonna blend it out with my Beauty Sponge by Morphe. Now I'm going to take my Cover FX Natural Finish Foundation. This is in the shade N10. The person in Sephora said that this shade would be good for me. I want to disagree. This is like really freaking light. Okay, well, it looks like it'll work, but that looked really light when I just had it on the under eyes. I look so white. Oh! Alright, next up is setting powder. So what I like to use underneath my eyes is the Hourglass Veil translucent powder. Just looks like that. And what I've been doing is I'll go in with my sponge, make sure I don't have any creasing underneath my eyes, and then I'll take my sponge and dab it right into the powder and put it underneath. That way it kind of bakes, if you will. I don't put like a super thick amount either, like you'll see. Alright, so that's what I put underneath my eyes, and for the rest of my face I actually take my Maybelline Fit Me loose finishing powder in the shade 05. I believe this is the fairest one that they have. And I do pretty much the exact same thing that I just did. So I'll take my beauty sponge and I will like dip right in, pick some up, and then I'll press it all over. This is what I do when I want my makeup to like last like all night, because this just helps it stay right in place. It's like you're locking it in, which I like. Alright, so now that the face is set like that, what I'm going to do is take my setting spray. This is the one from Urban Decay. I believe this is the all-nighter one. Yeah. So this is like perfect because we want it to last all night. So this is the all-nighter Urban Decay setting spray. Just drench myself in it. And then what I'm going to do is take my sponge again, and I'm going to go right over top of everything and press it all in. You don't really want to talk when you do this, because when you talk you create like creases in your skin. But this just makes sure that everything is going to sink right into the skin nicely. And I'm sorry if you hear my cat again. You know the drill. Alright, so now that we are nice and dry from that downpour, what I'm going to do is go and take my Fenty Beauty bronzer, and just on like a big fluffy brush, I'm gonna dip right in, picking up quite a bit, tapping off any excess on. I have a cloth down here, so I just tap it off, and then I'm just going to bring back some color to the skin. If you're more of like a contour kind of person, go ahead and contour and everything. I personally am not, so I use this bronzer to kind of like contour, if you will. Just because I find that it's like the perfect shade for me. Not too warm, not too cool. It's like exactly what I wanted in a bronzer. And then since like this portion of my face looks super pale, I always do this. I just take a little bit on my brush and I just go along my nose area. Kind of like that. Super simple. And then what I'm going to do is take my Fenty Beauty highlighter. This is in the shades, I have hair in my nose. Anyway, This is in the shades Mean Money and Hustler Baby. So it just looks like this. Isn't it pretty? So I typically like using this one because it's more of like that subtle highlight. But since we are going more of like that glam look today, I'm going to kind of mix them both in. So what I mean by that is I'm going to take the more like subtle one on my brush. I'm going to place this pretty much everywhere. Especially on my cheekbone, so then when I smile in pictures, I get that nice reflection. I want this on my nose for a nice cute little nose highlight. So see, it's just beautiful. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the more like goldy color. I'm just going to pick up a little bit and I'm just going to hit this section here. Right here. Do you see that? Do you see that? Then I'm just wiping off my brush and I'm gonna go back in and just make sure it all blends together. Alright, and now this kind of depends on what color dress you're gonna be wearing. So let's say you have like a pink dress. I don't know what's in nowadays because I graduated like 2 years ago. So let's say you have like a bright pink dress, then it would be okay for you to go in with this color here because it would match your dress. However, if you have, let's say, I don't know, like a purple dress, this color probably wouldn't look the best, so you probably want to go with something a little bit more lighter and like subtle, unless you have like a purpley kind of like blush, not like purple, but like a purple undertone blush. That would look really cool from that too. What I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna take this shade here, so I'm gonna pick it up. This one does have a little bit of shimmer in it, which is nice, and just pop it on my apples and bring it back as well. Alright, so this is what we're dealing with right now. So, get my baby hairs out of the way. So now what I'm gonna do is work on the lower lash line. Me personally, I'm not one to like do lots to my eyes in the first place, so this already is quite a lot for me personally. This might be like super simple and easy for you guys, but never know. So what I'm gonna do, that's not the brush I wanted. What I'm gonna do is actually just pick up a small brush and I'm gonna go right back in with my Fenty Beauty bronzer, and I'm just gonna put that underneath my eyes. So like that, and I am noticing that some of the eyeshadow has transferred up onto my lid. So I'm just gonna take my brush, and since it is the same color, just go right on top of it. And this is when I would go in with a black eyeliner. All I have is a gray one. This is the Marc Jacobs, I believe it's called Highliner. And I'm going to put it in my upper waterline. So can you see the difference that it makes? Let me zoom you guys in. I don't know if you guys can see the difference, but this one here has like a little bit of skin showing throughout it and everything. So by placing this in like the top waterline, it'll like get rid of that like skin color. So it all just looks nice and seamless. Woo! And now, before I put mascara on, because I don't want my mascara to transfer, I'm gonna hit myself with this again. Can't have too much setting spray on, not for this big day. So, woo! And then again, I'm just gonna take my sponge and press everything in. Ta-da! Look how glowy we are. Whoop, whoop. Anyway, now that I am done pretty much everything except my lips, I'm gonna go in with my Maybelline mascara. This is the one I always use. It's like my favorite, and I'm too scared to try something new. And I'm gonna put this on my top and lower. I'll probably do 2 coats on my top, and I'll be right back. Alright, so eyes are completely done. Face is completely done. Now, this is where you can still kind of have fun. I wouldn't necessarily go for like a red lip just because your eyes are already so heavy. I mean, you do you though. If you want to wear a red lip, go right ahead. But I'm just gonna keep it simple. And let's see what colors I have. This one's a cute color. So, what I'm gonna do I got 2. So, I'm going to place the Kylie lipstick in the shade Angel all over my lips. And then I'm gonna take the color Moon. Just kidding. Just kidding, that's like a full-on gray. That's not the color I thought it was. Okay, well, I'm gonna go in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills in Pure Hollywood, and I'm gonna pop this one kind of like over top of this. Kind of just placing that in the center, and then I'm going to go in with a gloss. So I'm going to take the Cupid shade by CAD Cosmetics. Oh yes. So yeah. This is the finished little makeup look. I hope you guys enjoyed. This is the makeup look that I wore to my graduation about 2 years ago actually. Not this like exact look, like I used different products and everything, and I actually made it quite difficult on myself because I used one, instead of a liquid liner, I used a gel liner, and those are a little bit finicky just because they're not as smooth to glide on. Also, before doing the little like white, like I did the white beforehand, I put loose glitter on after I did the eyeliner, so I had glitter all over my face and everything. So this is just a simpler version of what I wore. I don't actually remember if I wore a lip to my grad, and if I did, I don't actually remember what color it was, but this is a beautiful color and it probably would go with any color dress that you would wear, honestly. Super simple, easy. If you want to go a little bit lighter on your lip, you totally can. If you want to go a little bit darker on the lip, you totally can. This is kind of just like a guideline, like I said before, so do whatever you feel comfortable with, wear whatever products you want to wear. This is just what I came up with for my grad when I had it, and yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed this little makeup tutorial, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys!